In this video, we will talk about how to use Hamilton's method. So this is a method that you can use to assign seats to counties or regions based on their population. So Hamilton's method uses this four-step process to determine how many seats that each region or each county or each state should get. So let's check out an example of how to actually use this method. So let's say that we would like to apportion 50 seats to the four counties below. So we have county A, B, C, and D with the following populations. Using Hamilton's method, the first step that we do is we divide the total population by the total representatives. This is known as the divisor. So if we add up the population of all four counties, we'll find that there's a total population of 47,000. So to find this divisor, what we're going to do is divide 47,000 by 50, so the total number of seats or the total number of representatives. So if we do 47,000 divided by 50, that comes out to 940. So 940, this is our divisor. So step 2 says divide each region's population by the divisor. This will be known as the quota. So what we're going to do is take each population. So for example, for county A, we'll take 8,000 and we'll divide it by 940. So that turns out to be about 8.51063. And then we'll repeat this process for each county. So next we'll do 14,000 divided by 940. So that turns out to be 14.89362. And then we'll just repeat that process for counties C and D as well. Okay, so now the next step says remove the decimal portion from each quota. This is known as the lower quota. So all we're going to do here is just remove the decimal from each quota. So for example, this lower quota would be 8, this one would be 14, 17, and 9. Now, step 4 says add up the lower quota values. If the sum is less than the total representatives, then assign the remaining representatives to the regions with the largest decimal portion of the quota until the total number of representatives is reached. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add up all these values in the lower quota and see if they add up to this 50 seats that we want to assign or not. So if you do 8 plus 14 plus 17 plus 9, that turns out to be 48. So we have not quite reached the 50 seats that we need to. So to determine what counties should get these extra 2 seats, we need to look at the decimal portion of each of the quotas and just say which decimal is the largest. So we can see that 14.89362, this 89362, this is the largest decimal. So we're going to add 1 to the lower quota of B. So their final count is going to be 15. So that will bring us to a total of 49 seats. So we still need to assign 1 extra seat to get to 50. So the next largest decimal would be right here, the 0.57447. So we can go ahead and add 1 to county D as well. So instead of 9, their final is going to be 10. And then A and C don't change. So they'll have 8 and C will have 17. And now if we add up this column, we'll find that they do add up to 50, which is the total seats that we wanted to assign. So this will be our final answer for this one. This is how many seats that each county will get. So that was just a quick example of how to use Hamilton's method.